Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I have some very big news for you. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. It is approaching $50,000 once again. Very bullish, and we know the altcoins are going to move with Bitcoin. We also have a mortgage company that's going to allow you to make payments with cryptocurrency. Big adoption news here, guys. We also have the mayor of Missouri is looking to give each resident of Missouri $1,000 in Bitcoin. Pretty groundbreaking. And remember, game theory, if one of them, one mayor does it, the others will follow suit, guys. And we're going to talk about some other big news around Bitcoin mining and so forth. Before we get into it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by OKCoin Crypto Exchange, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you don't have to pay high fees. OKCoin has very low fees. You can also stake your crypto and keep 100% of the rewards. You don't have to pay any fees, guys. So sign up, link in the description. Also, be sure to sign up for my free weekly newsletter, link in the description as well. Let's take a look at the market here. Bitcoin hit $49,000. I think it's on its way to 50 pretty soon. That could happen over the next few days. Ethereum at over 3,200. Cardano at $2.42. XRP at $1.24. So looking pretty strong here. If you look at the Bitcoin weekly chart, remember the lines here I drew. I know I'm not a great technical analyst, but I have a great sense of how the market moves and the market cycles that have played out before. And like I said, we're making our way up. A lot of green candles. You can expect a correction. And when I say correction, I don't mean like an 80% or 50%, maybe like a 5-10%. And then we'll keep going up, right? We're going to build support levels just the same way we did in the first leg, from September to November to December correction, then a big jump up in the early parts of 2021. So I think we're going to see that again. Now, this is not going to play out over a matter of days. It's going to be weeks and months. So just keep that in mind. We could really see our peak till the fall, or maybe like November or so, or December of this year, as far as the blow off top. But we'll see how things go, right? At the end of the day, we're talking about probabilities here, not certainties that it's going to happen this exact time and so on and so forth. But we can look at past cycles and make informed decisions, go off of facts, right? Not emotions. Now, check this out. Mexico's third largest or richest man, I should say. He's a billionaire, and Ricardo Salinas Pliego, we've talked about him. He tweeted the following: Bitcoin Airways announces its departure for 80K plus, all aboard. Very bullish. He tweeted this today at about 6:23 p.m. Eastern today, guys. Very bullish. And I'm actually trying to get an interview with him. I was talking to him on Twitter, where he said he's on vacation. When he comes back, he'll try to get in touch with me, and we can do an interview. So once again, he's a billionaire, third largest man in Mexico. Guys, check this out. You could soon be able to pay your mortgage in Bitcoin. And this is being covered by CNBC, so it's getting mass exposure. Let me play it here for you.
Virtual tours to online mortgages. There's been plenty of tech and innovation in the housing market lately. Now you can add Bitcoin to the list. For the first time ever, some home buyers will have the option to pay for their mortgage with the coin. CNBC.com's Mackenzie Sigalos is here with more. Mackenzie?
Hey, Kelly. So potentially as soon as Q3 of this year, you could be paying for your mortgage in Bitcoin and eventually in Ether. United Wholesale Mortgage said this week that it has plans to accept cryptocurrency for home loans. Now, the CEO made the announcement halfway through the company's earnings call, and he's billing it as a first for the mortgage industry here in the US. I spoke with the team there, and they say that they're thinking about starting with Bitcoin, but they're actively in the process of evaluating other digital currencies. To put this into context, it's actually a pretty big deal. UWM is the nation's second biggest mortgage lender after Quicken. They had $59.2 billion in loan volume last quarter. But also really important to keep in mind here, this push into decentralized digital money comes at a time of heightened scrutiny of crypto from all sides in the US. We've got revamped crypto tax rules as part of the $1 trillion infrastructure bill, not to mention the fact that top financial authorities like Janet Yellen and Gary Gensler have recently been weighing in on the question of whether to regulate cryptocurrencies. Kelly?
Guys, United Wholesale Mortgage, that's the name of the company. Obviously, she gave the statistics on how big they are. And it's not just Bitcoin. You're looking at Ethereum and other altcoins, right? Remember, it always starts with Bitcoin. That's the brand that's well known. That's has the most adoption. So this is huge, guys. And remember, game theory. United Wholesale Mortgage does this. Guess what the other mortgage lenders are going to do in banks? They're going to start accepting crypto as well. The future of this market is so bright. I hope you see what's happening here. And notice what she said. Despite what Gensler and Yellen and these idiots like Senator Warren are saying, the companies, the big money, they don't care. They're still moving ahead. I think because it's all smoke and mirrors, and I think they're going to lobby the hell out of the DC politicians, just like they do right now for the traditional financial market, and get regulations right where they want them, because money is what speaks, my friends. I think you all know how money and politics work, and power and campaign donations and all that. So this is very bullish news. This is adoption, guys. And all of the on and off ramps being set up, the ability to buy, sell, and trade and spend your crypto are being set up, guys. It's amazing. And look at who's getting involved. Mortgage companies, banks, stock exchanges. It's pretty amazing. Now, check this news out, guys. Missouri mayor suggests giving residents up to $1,000 in Bitcoin. Jayson Stewart hinted Cool Valley residents would be required to hodl the funds for 5 years. Very interesting move here. And he's exploring giving away more than $1 million in Bitcoin to the city's 1,500 residents. Now, obviously very small, but unprecedented, groundbreaking, right? We see El Salvador is looking to airdrop about $30 of Bitcoin to their residents and make an illegal tender. And he's looking to give more than $30, obviously, and he's asking them to hodl. This is actually really, really interesting, and I'm going to try to get an interview with him to talk through this. So, in a Thursday interview with St. Louis news outlet KSDK, Mayor Jayson Stewart said he wanted to see every single household in my city receive some level of Bitcoin. Stewart said the funds would likely come from some very supportive donors. But did not rule out using money from the government's pandemic relief response to launch the venture. The mayor did not specify how much Bitcoin the city would be able to distribute to each resident, but suggested it could be any amount up to $1,000, roughly $1.5 million, or more than 30 BTC at the time of publication. However, he also hinted the funds could require Cool Valley residents to hodl for 5 years. Here's a quote: "My number one concern is that someone just sells their Bitcoin to pay their car note. And then when Bitcoin is sitting at like $500,000 all these years later, they're going to really regret that," Stewart said. He also added, "I feel that fundamentally, this is the best way to meet everyone's basic needs, to get Bitcoin into the hands of people who can use it the most." Guys, I want you to let this news sink in. And if you love or hate Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. What matters is the reality of the situation and what's taking place. And remember, it starts with Bitcoin, and they'll probably distribute altcoins eventually. Guys, Miami launched their own coin called Miami Coin, right? OKCoin Crypto Exchange is the only exchange you can get it on. It's going to be live pretty soon. But these states are going to be giving people Bitcoin and altcoins, and even have their city-owned city coins. I hope this shows you what is taking place. There's a paradigm shift taking place here, guys. Massive change, a major 180 from how they were treating Bitcoin and crypto years ago. Those of you who've been here with me along the years, it's pretty amazing. It's unprecedented. And those of you who are new to the market, guys, we didn't have this news years ago. Many of us were hanging on little bits and pieces of news, kind of, not fully confident as we are now. Right now, there's nothing that could shake my confidence in this market, because I've already seen the government and the big money, the people who look control the politicians, right? And can, like I said earlier, make campaign donations to get the laws in their favor. They're all here. So, regardless of if one or two senators like Elizabeth Warren and Janet Yellen, these clowns, try to, huff and puff and say whatever, they ain't going to stop it. The train has left the station. They may try to overtax it, but they can't kill it. It's here to stay. And one thing's for sure, it is a global asset class. It's not a US-based asset class, a Europe-based asset class. It is global, my friends. This is bullish. Remember, and I know I keep saying this, but I want you to think about competition and how human beings and operate, right? The psychology. Missouri mayor is going to do this. Watch what the other mayors do nearby. Just give it maybe a couple months and watch more of them come out. We're going to give $2,000 of Bitcoin to our residents. Guys, hodl. DCA, buy the dips. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what to do, but I hope you see what's coming. I hope you see what's coming. This is huge news. Now, I like this news. This is actually pretty big, and it speaks to the decentralization of Bitcoin mining, which the larger macro level theme is the cleanup of Bitcoin, right? And the crypto market, the Wild West. One was Tether. The second was Binance as a crypto exchange, the largest global crypto exchange. We see what's happening there. And Bitcoin mining, getting the mining out of China to more of a decentralized setup in different countries. And we see a lot of miners are coming to the United States, but not only to the United States, but to Kazakhstan and other neighboring countries. And this is great. It like I said, decentralizes the hash rate, because over 50% of the hash rate was controlled by China, which was not good. Also, there's a move to cleaner energy. So Chinese miner, the The9, signs joint venture for crypto mining plant in Kazakhstan. The plant will be able to provide up to 200 megawatts of power by the end of 2022. So notice it's not happening like next month or even this year. It's into next year. That's why I believe this bull run might last into next year, guys. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that this is an absolute or certainty, but the way these guys are positioning, when you look at the money and the setting up shop, right? Some of these things are going to come to fruition until 2022. I'm sure they want to make sure they're in the timeline of high prices when you have mass FOMO, a lot of transactions, so they can make more money. And obviously, the more the Bitcoin they mine at that time is worth more, right? At the end of the day, they're businesses. So I have a strong feeling this thing is going to go into 2022, but we'll see how it plays out. So the Shanghai-based mining company said Friday its NBTC subsidiary signed an agreement with Kazakhstan's LGHSTR. NBTC will take priority in deploying cryptocurrency mining machines at the developed sites. As much as 100 megawatts would be completed by the end of the year, with the full amount available a year later in 2022. Once completed, the sites could deploy more than 50,000 S19 Antminers and accommodate about 5 exahashes of hash power. Huge Bitcoin mining adoption news, guys. Bitcoin's here to stay. I wish, guys, altcoins would decouple from Bitcoin, but that's not the case. We're still very early, and Bitcoin, as it moves, is the rising tide that lifts all boats. We usually see Bitcoin move, then we have alt season. And don't get me wrong, alts can perform and you can make a lot more money with alts, but I still hold some Bitcoin as a hedge, as digital gold. But yes, my number 1 is XRP. My number 3 is Ethereum. My number 2 is Bitcoin. And then I have Chainlink and VeChain and Cardano. So right now, my portfolio looks great. I'm up because I've been in the market since like late 2016. So there's a lot of coins I bought dirt cheap, and I'm looking for higher gains, of course. I'll be taking profits at certain price points and saving some of my crypto for future bull market. So I'm not selling everything. And the ones that I'm hodling, I'll put a lot of those into lending platforms like BlockFi, earn interest, things along those lines, stake crypto as well. And I know some of you have been asking, where's that video on staking? I'm going to make it, I promise, guys. Finally, check this out. Neuberger Berman's $164 million commodities fund can invest 5% in Bitcoin. The investments manager increased a crypto bet it began chasing just last week. In addition here, well, let me back up a little bit so you guys can get some more information. Effective immediately, Neuberger Berman Commodity Strategy Fund may invest in Bitcoin futures in Canada's Bitcoin exchange traded funds, ETF, the regulatory filing said. The fund got an initial go-ahead to chase Bitcoin and Ether exposure through derivative products on August 11th. Ether now appears to be off the table. Friday's Bitcoin-only filing said it replaces the original. While certain ETFs are now on the fund's whitelist, it still cannot invest directly in digital assets, likely due to regulatory concerns. So that's crucial. This is why a Bitcoin ETF is so important. And notice they're investing in the Canadian Bitcoin ETF. Gary Gensler, wake up. Come on, SEC, right? We need the Bitcoin ETF approved. This will bring in so much capital into the market, guys. But however, we heard that Gensler wants to use Bitcoin futures ETF, which I don't like. I would love the physically settled Bitcoin ETF, but we'll see. We'll take what we get at this point. And remember, it starts with Bitcoin, then there'll be an Ethereum ETF and an XRP ETF and so on and so forth. It'll go down the list, right? So we need an ETF approved, and that could be the catalyst to send us into six figures for Bitcoin and the altcoins to have new all-time highs, record-breaking gains, guys. But right now, looking good. If I refresh CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin over 49,000. Like I said, I think we hit 50,000 over the next couple days or 3 days. And watch the altcoins follow, guys. There's money to be made here. So, guys, what do you think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe, and I will talk to you all later.